Hey, so here is another start for another crash course or playlist or topic that we're going to explore together with Stalk Yourself and myself, Arno Rebelguli. Ooh. So what are we gonna see right now? We're gonna see the topic of of radical authenticity. Ra. We're gonna take a closer look at that. Um, like this, you're gonna be able to be more unique and authentic and closer to who you are, and less embedded with the mind trip of others that they try to force onto you. And as well, it's going to be a good way for us to see what society is forcing onto us, and what's truly us and our own desires. So I have not been reading everything, but I just see that what has been generated is promising. I really like it, what I have seen so far. Um, I know that it's gonna be bringing me a lot as well. I have detected that one of the size about the inner filter, which is the next video, I think, um, it's what I'm doing at times. Like I'm always trying to filter out to see what's me and what's not me. Then, with mind control, um takes a bit harder to see what is what. You just understand with some cues, external cues, what's calculated and what's not, because some stuff I do, some stuff I go through, um, it's synchronized with other external informations. And from there on, I know I have my reference. I know what feels me and what feels not. And um, that's hard to tell. That's really hard to tell, to be honest. Um, so it's a bit freaky. Um, I still, as long as I enjoy myself, I'd say that it's pretty much quite fine, right? I'm still searching. I still want to remove all that, of course. Um, we will see what's coming up next, because it's been like that for about a century. Yeah, so at least from what I can foresee, like with the television arriving and bombarding with radiation. It's radiation. It's like the it's like a signal that radiates, right? So radiations, frequencies. Um, I was, I guess it already started earlier, because Tesla was pointing out. There's a helicopter. Because Tesla was pointing out that it's 10 p.m. What the fuck? Uh, very close. Because Tesla was pointing out that it was possible to transport electricity without cables. So from there on, I'm like, it was around the 19th century, 1900. And from there on, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I think I'm gonna record as well a Illuminati um, exposed one or two videos as well in the garage tonight. Um, yeah, it's like I'm looking here, like down, and I'm like, I have cables everywhere. It's like this have perhaps what, five, 7 meters of cable between the different things, you know? And all this is like, all this, the cable, there is radiation in it, right? It's like it transports electricity. And because they transport electricity, this is the point where you can modify the charges that are in the cable. There is residual magnetism and so on in it, right? Like, okay, there is plastic around it, but the plastic is not isolating everything, and it's possible to modulate the electricity that is going through the cable. Because the thing is, like, past a certain point, it's just freaking fictional, right? It's like if you can put electricity, move direct electricity from one point to another, it means that the cable on my computer, like the battery of my computer, could be charged, and then the rest of the cable could be used to actually modulate um, the electromagnetic fields that are in the environment. Hypothetically, this is like, in theory, like this could be working. So, because it's possible to send signal, like to hack a phone. A phone is possible to hack it like with a cable, like a charging cable, right? Um, so because code is electricity, it's just electricity based, and then it's all translation. This is just all translated. So all the computer that you all the thing that you see on the computer is all electrical signals. So theoretically, it's possible to from one source to send to your screen whatever we want, and not something that's on the computer, but just put the image we want, generate the image we want on the computer. Like put another interface with some type of with some code, like, or just with the yeah. Right now I'm like, whoa, okay. The screen is pixels, so it's RGB. So then it's possible to change the interface to put another interface on the basis of just like without having gear plugged to your computer, just by stimulating the screen, the electricity in the screen remotely. We can do that. It's possible to do that. It's like we are based with we have like bioelectricity, and like me doing this, it can be triggered, and it is triggered, and it can be like very very like sensitive and be like accurate and so on, like small, which means accurate, like small margin of action, which is similar to accuracy in our mental frames. So on the basis, like if it's possible to do it with bioenergy, why wouldn't it be possible to do it with um bio with just a computer, with just a machine, right? Because like we have hormones, we have like much more things happening in our bodies than in the mechanic of a computer. So ultimately, changing stuff going on a computer screen, uh, it's way easier than doing it with a body, right? So if your body is triggered, then you experience your own body, right? So if you experience your own body, it means that it's you. But then it's not you. So on the matter of authenticity, it's a bit complicated to sort out what's the real you versus what's prompted externally and not coming from an internal source, like from the technology. And then you have like all this programming, this conditioning that has been done by us, the Illuminati, to make you be a certain way, compliant, so that we would be able to have it our way no matter what. And this is getting in the way of your authenticity. So we're going to see one thing or two to at least be able to sort out a version of you that's closer to who you truly are, right? I'm going to come later on with more insight around the collective mind control and so on. Um, I'm not there yet. I am not there yet. Um, I need to understand a bit better how everything rolls, and I guess that I need to understand that I need information as well around neuroscience, biology, biochemistry, bioinformatics, physics, and so on. And neuroscience, I don't know if I said neuroscience, like psychological, cognitive psychology, um, applied psychology, experimental psychology, behavioral science, and all that. It's like what we are doing right now is like studying behavioral science, your behaviors and psychology. This is a crash course on behavioral science and psychology, intrapersonal intelligence, what we are doing right now. Introspective intelligence. You are developing skills to be smarter about being yourself, about embodying yourself, about knowing what you truly want, what you're really about, sorting out your memories, and see how they affected you, how they conditioned you, how they orientated you, how they influenced you, and to become the person that you are today. And this, we aren't taught anything about it. So this is why it's important to understand it. This is one of my mission statement as well that I'm completing right now. When I was age 17, I think around there, I figured out that we need more tools to be able to understand ourselves, and that it was missing. Like honestly, I was like, fuck, there is something going on with me, and I think 1 or 2 years later, I was like, I'm just fucking dumb about being myself. Like I really felt that I was not equipped to think about myself, who I am, what I want, and so on. And so this is how I was like, we need more like of tools to understand how to handle our emotions. We need more of that. And so this is what we are doing right now. Because when you're authentic and true to yourself, you know um, how to handle your emotions as well better. Because you aren't, for instance, getting away from them. You aren't um, forcibly modifying them or trying to feel them differently. You just let them come as they are, right? Or you understand them better and you know how to deal with them. This is part of authenticity. Authenticity helps you as well, support you in healing. That's a way to be in touch with your own experience, your past, your future, your present, and be in touch with your feelings, with your emotions, and with how the external environment is shaping you. It's like, like you can, in some moments, when you're with friends, for instance, in those moments, you have the abilities, you have the ability to sort out and see what's still you in the way you behave and what's related to the context. Because like we can get a bit like I know that I do that. I mirror a lot the behaviors of people. That's a communication thing that I do. It's also to cope, to avoid the escalation of conflict. I I build I build report. This is what we how we call it. I mimic you so that we would feel in sync. I mirror your behavior so that we would feel in sync and communicate better. And you can like it's automatic once it's like it's flowing in a similar way, then the exchange is more relaxed and more efficient. So I guess that I do that as well to be able to be more in touch with the people, get to know them, understand who they are, and so on. It's a freaking intelligent thing as well. It's like know your enemy first. Adapt in um, whatever circumstances you are landing. It's like tak. You're in your environment. How do you need to quickly adapt? How do you need to how do you do to not create so many waves, to be as transparent as possible? Like transparent, not in the term of honesty, but like transparent as in blend. How do you blend it? Um, so that I like to embrace the ways of people that I'm sharing something with, because we are sharing something. That's a way to share, right? That's an exchange. It's like I become in my behavior more like you, to be able to talk with you better and to exchange my ideas, vehiculate my ideas better as well. That's also because I can do it. That's one thing that I have the ability to do. But ultimately, I always come back to myself. This is the thing. I always come back to myself, and I experienced another way of being myself, because this is a part of who I am as well. This linked to, I don't define myself by my traumas, but my past experiences and the way I have developed myself is still a part of myself. And this is part of my development. So it's good to see it like this, I guess, because it's not fixed to my identity to say that it's part of my development. Because the notion of development is linked to something that is in change, that's changing, and that can morph and be flexible. Rather than identity tends to be much more something that's fixed. It tends to be like more egotic when it's very much attached to specific points, specific experiences. And me in that case, I just consider that I am flexible, I am adaptable. Like I know how to recenter myself. Like it's not 100% the problem, but it could be if I want to be with people accepting me for who I am. So how do I want to be accepted for who I am, to be with people embracing me for who I am, if I am changing my ways automatically when I'm with them, right? Um, it's like it's counterproductive. So I guess that I'm gonna learn with you a bit more, like how to be more grounded within myself. It's also because I have been surrounded by highly manipulative people, and that I have been able to be between contexts, right? So when I was young, most notably, I don't say that this is forcibly a good thing, that you should be adaptable, that you should be morphing ease and so on. I just know what it is, and I know what it brought me, the qualities of it, the virtues of it. And I also know that this is exactly what led me to burn out the last time. So that has been violent. Okay, it was manufactured and so on. But it's also that I have been like pleasing too much. I have been adapting too much. I have been compromising too much instead of staying grounded in my own way of being. But at the same time, I was still very much myself. You know what I mean? I was still true to myself, my values, what I expected from life. So this is why I'm telling you that this is an exchange, that I was still grounded in my values, and my vision to some extent, but that I was still morphing with my environment to adapt and see how I could get the first steps in to then move toward what I truly meant, where I truly meant to be, right? But I still burnt out, like, and I realized that with all my relationships, everybody was forcing me to comply to some of their demands that I wouldn't be able to answer to at that point in time. And that this is how I realized that the person that were surrounding me were not 100% fitting me. Or it was just that it was good for a time, but now that I had to, but but that at that time I needed to step up to something new. And as well, it's like if I have to be a role model, like if I'm changing all the freaking time, it's like I'm also losing you to some extent, right? I need to remain steady a little, like not to change too fast, but I can still do this. And at the same time, I'm putting expectations upon me, you know? It's like I need to be the rock, I need to be steady. And I guess that a lot of us, we have that thing like once we have responsibility, we need to remain unalive, dead to some extent, right? It's like we need to sacrifice. We need to remain steady. And by remaining steady, it's like it's the same as saying once again unalive. So perhaps that's conditioning as well. Perhaps that's a fallacy. Perhaps that's wrong. Perhaps what we need to be is true to ourselves and our values, as you can see in Break No More, but at the same time, still remain flexible. And you know, like all that, we aren't going to be able to figure it out unless we work on our authenticity, because this is as well some collective work that's going on right now and that needs to be done. It's like, okay, there is the mind control and so on, but at the same time, we are all, because this as well satanism, we are all copying each other. It's a thing that we are doing just to get along faster. It's like there is this the small gestures like biomimicry. There is the small micro gestures that we do culturally to to give to our to give messages to the people that we are talking to. um and that we decode without knowing it. Just it's the referential that everybody knows by copying. It's like we do this instinctively, but the thing is that we aren't made to be one and unique version of being a human being. So it means that there is value in being who we are with the set of experience that we experienced, with the knowledge that we have, maybe a lot or not a lot, with whatever we are. There is value, there is true value in this. And so authenticity then is important. Is a If it's not a priority, it's at least of a massive importance, right? Don't you think? Like if we go about that logic. So, and there is a lot that needs to be discovered as well, because the mental model right now, the model, the mental model, the template is that we need to be like one another and follow trends to be accepted. Like consciously. If you aren't that way, then you don't enter there, right? In this club, you need to dress like this. There's a dress code, a compliance code. At work, you need to dress like this. There's a dress code. So those things aren't telling you that it's okay to be yourself, that it's okay to be authentic. There is the thing, there is this paradox. It's like we all want to belong, so we all want to comply a to a set of rules that are in place, but past a certain point, then we want to be unique and authentic, to differentiate ourselves and to be at the top. Because it's like when you're in the savannah or when you're in the wild with lions and so on, leopardos preying on you. Then what you need is to be in a group. You need not to be alone. So you need to conform with the group, to be like, we're gonna do this like that way, up together like this. You survive better. But then once you are within the group, if you want to be at the top, you need to differentiate yourself from the others so that you would remain recognizable, right? You need to have a certain level of authenticity, so to say. And from there, you can become a leader, right? And why do you do this? To have more security over the rest, more safety, to know a better experience. It's like it's the archetype of you get the best food first, and then all the rest get the rest, right? So on a basic level, it works somehow, but now it's like we see that even the elite, even the person at the top, they aren't about being authentic at all. They aren't about the differentiation at all. They are about like identifying as soon as possible what's the best and becoming it, you know? So then it's like, what's the point of being you? What's the point of being born the way you are? This is not relevant, perhaps, for them. But then there, I say that this is dumb. This is a lack of intrapersonal intelligence, introspective intelligence. If the point is to erase yourself over and over, it's like, how do you even recognize yourself at some point? It's like, we are all influenced. I am pretty sure that you've most likely been surprising yourself to start speaking like me, saying words like I do, because it's normal. It's like, if you read a lot of my content, it's just normal. It's like, this is your referential. This is a referential, and we tend to reproduce what we learn. Okay, so then it's just how we work. You identify, you like it, and we tend to do what we like because we just like it. It's a reward. It rewards us to do what we like, to bring more of what we like in our lives. So this, to this extent, it's like, yeah, no, it's your love language. It's your love language. You love this. And so instinctively, you go reproduce it, right? Because we reproduce what we love. We want what we love in our lives. This is what we do. This is a reproductive mechanism. But it has gone to such an extent that it defies the purpose, Like it's not about the love, it's about being the best. I don't know, it's weird. It's just because it's psychopathy related as well. So it's like it's a lack of empathy as well. It's based from a lack of empathy, and then but here we're gonna see how to be yourself. So in the end, it's gonna be like you're gonna develop radical authenticity to embrace more of yourself, so that when I am with you right now, you can perhaps spot things within me that you as well do, instead of being like, "Oh, I want to be like them," right? You'll be like, wait a minute, I do that too. It's like, where does it come from? Is it? And then this is the inner filter thing. So where does it come from? Like, did I? Where where did I pick that up from? And then perhaps I'm gonna tell you, oh no, it's just because I watched this series, I loved it, and I think I started to act that way and to do that from there on. Then you'll be like, wait, no way, me too. So it's when like authenticity, like instead of being perhaps within yourself and be like, no, it's me, it's not you, it's me. Then you're like, where did it come from? It's like, I do that too. And then you're like, oh, it's actually coming from a Sari. And because you spotted that, because you know how to filter yourself, how to understand your authentic self, then it brings up more interesting discussions, and you can find commonalities, subject of discussion with others. All right. Just because you're in phase with yourself, just because you're searching to be more of the person that you are. And there is something that is of true value there, like, because as said, the more authentic you are, the more valuable you're perceived. It's like leadership. Leadership is supposed to be like people of character, like embodying their values. Like there is something steady that you see about me. There is something steady that you can see about other leaders. Not all of them, because some of them, they are just copying others. So they're just trying to be me, or they're trying to be this person, or they're trying to be this person. Just that the mechanism behind it, the marketing, the PR, the craft of embodying a couple of things about other people is somehow mastered. So, or halfway mastered. It's like it's what they do all the time. So, and without real depth, so then it's really strong. It's really like this is this, but at the same time in the back it's a bit bland. It lacks depth. So with those people in general, it's like you keep faces all the time. It's all the time like keeping faces. It's like, oh yeah, nah nah, and then this, nah 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 nah. It's like it feels like a play with something else forward. It's as if you would be like just low key with the person, like low key with the person, it wouldn't work. Like you wouldn't feel comfortable with them. Authenticity, you can find it much more when you are in intimate moments, intimate, like more low key moments of relaxation, for instance, unless it's work related. Like this is as well why I think in the US you have like much more like this mingling thing, like blurring the lines between professionalism and your personal life to spot things behind the curtain, what's going on, to see a bit better who you are facing. I get this is a bit like of this Illuminati thing as well, culture that is ingrained. It's as well in China, you have this, like you get drunk, hammered before signing a business contract. Because when you're hammered, it's when you're acting out, when you start spilling the tea, and when you can know uh, what's really up with the person. Like you can see them snap, you can push that button faster, you can get access to the true self with more ease. It's like it's a dehinhibitor. But then all that with the mind control and so on, it's a bit like, it's a bit like, what's what? It's as if it was a massive machine behind everything that is running some personality tests. It's like this personality is you, this personality is you. It's weird. It's weird to think about it that way. I wonder what would be the point of that machine. I wonder what would be the point of that machine, because it's intelligence. It's intelligence. It has to operate actions and to prioritize things and to make decisions. And it has to think autonomously, because the brain power that needs to go behind it is way too elevated to be controlled by people only. As in, for instance, balancing out all the parameters of a body over the course of a day and scripting absolutely everything. It's possible, but then doing so to so many people, including the person doing this, it's where there is something that there is a lack of manpower. So I wonder what's the point of this. I think it's a different species. I'm curious to understand how they think about it, what they think about it. I really want to know how it works. Because I could be as well just giving you out ideas on how it's potentially working, but the system might not be that advanced at all, right? And I could be as well, for as little as I know, giving out some information, some directions to develop it further. This is as well why, to some extent, it's good to remain ignorant and not to think too much about the thing, and to focus on what you know. To remain patient, to meet the information that to your question, instead of giving out some ideas of development to others. It's like when it comes to the leadership presidency, the thing that I have been setting out, it's just an anchor. It put things up there. I know that it's so far away from how they think, that it's just like, okay, do I really want to be that? Do I really want to go there? It's like they question themselves twice. And at the same time, I'm saying to everyone, hey, I have the numbers of a president of the USA, and this is what I want. So everybody is like, why don't we hit them? Why are you trying to kill them again? It's like, no, no, wait. We're going to do something else instead. You know? It's like, oh, there is this choice now. Okay. We can go there. It's possible. It's all written. It's all set. And it's been like centuries at play. Like, hey, I want that. Right? It changes things. So then it allows you to be more of what you could be. To be more of what you could be. It's possible for you to be more than what you thought you could be. You can allow yourself to diverge a little from the expectations of what others have been putting on you, so that you'd remain in the place where you're at right now. That allows you, the diversity of profile allows you to be more authentic. Diversity. This is where it's important as well. It helps you to be exposed. It supports you and helps you in being exposed to a variety of behaviors and tempers and personalities that just instinctively give you many different types of cues. And so because there is a variety in the type of cues and the type of behaviors and so on, you can be more like be a gatherer of the little things that you like in everyone, right? And reproduce them for yourself, which then is just still an expression of yourself, although it's like it's you from the past plus you, the things that you've been updating about yourself, right, with the different people that are around you, right? It's like you evolve that way, but it's still you, like you've still been curating yourself, like the person that you are, what you like in the other people, and what you like to keep for yourself, so to say, right? Because you think that's a good idea, like you see someone, like the way they operate, like washing stuff, and you're like, oh, actually this is good this way, and you start doing the same way because it's good, right? Or the you discover some new type of sense of humor, right? And so you dig more this type of sense of humor because you exchange with the person, and you got 2 or 3 references, and then it starts influencing you as well. You start becoming a bit like the other person that referred you to the references, but at the same time you aren't this person. You aren't developing exactly the same patterns because of the way you speak, for instance, the way you act, your muscle structure, which is changing a bit, the way you move. So it's still you. Like your voice is not the same, so it's still you. In the end of the day, like with your specific particularities, even though you might want to be exactly like the other person, but no, like the point is more knowing exactly where you are at and what you got, what you like and what you got, and how you can improve what you got from where you are at. Authenticity. This is as well the role of authenticity. Be able to discern much more what's going on with you. Introspection. It's like being able to evaluate yourself on a neutral standpoint as well. In intelligence, this is important to be able to reset yourself to some extent, to be intelligent intrapersonally, to be able to introspect yourself with ease. It's like this is that, this is this within me, this is that, this is that, right? And not being like, oh no, this is this, oh no, this is, oh, and this, oh, this is, you know. It's like it's much more like, okay, this is that, this is this is that, this I know, this is I know that, this is this, that, this that, this is that. Oh, okay. Sorry that I know what's up, right? So, here we go about the topic of authenticity. So this is an Illuminati exposed as well at the same time, because we are talking about the mass mind control. So if you see it in the Illuminati exposed playlist, I invite you to move toward the radical authenticity playlist as well. I guess that you've been convinced by the work at play and what it can provide you. If you are more interested, if you are just going into radical authenticity for the sake of radical authenticity, we want to explore more as well what's going on the sides and other topics and so on, please do so. Like, for instance, take a look at the playlist around uh the stage 2 of Illuminati Exposed, I guess. Like, wait a minute, I'm gonna check that out, where we're at for now. Yeah, I invite you as well to go about serial killers and criminology on top of Illuminati Exposed. But like, if you want to stay on the topic of psychology, it's good if you go about the one that is related to serial killers and criminology. It's a dark topic, yes, but at the same time, it will prevent you from being manipulated. You will be manipulated with less ease, because you will know your enemy. You will know how the enemy thinks, so to say, how the opponent thinks, how the person who wants to manipulate you thinks and operates. As well, you will feel less in fear, because you will know better what's up with the suicide psychopaths. Like, they can be dangerous, that's for sure. I can be dangerous too, you know. But if you know, you know. And when you know, you feel safer, right? So there you have like this type of, like, I'm revolving. It's like it's psychology, basically. It is psychology profiling, and at the same time, I'm sharing you some insight about the Illuminati. So yeah, no secrets. It's never really been a secret. It seems like some stuff are secrets, but some other stuff doesn't seem to be that much of a secret. It means, yeah, it just seems to be some stuff some people know, some others don't, but it doesn't seem to be really hidden. Like, this is it. It's like, it's a secret, yes, but like a secret that's not hidden. So it's like, okay, this is not a secret, but this is a secret. It's like, okay, goodbye. So the playlist, we're gonna go about so the topic of radical authenticity, the mask you never wear. We're gonna go about first the root causes of wearing a mask. We're gonna see some mechanism and patterns You're going to be able to recognize them faster within yourself. Therefore, then we're going to approach some whys about why it's important to be radically authentic to motivate you. Like the motivation speech is a bit more passive and latent and low key right now. But there we're going to go more in depth all the time, giving you a little hint on how it could, why it could be important at work and why it could be important in life. You know, it's as well good to enrich your conversation, because you know what you're doing, why you are doing. Uh, you know why you are doing what you are doing. I think I was flipping the why and what before. Not sure. Um, Immediately, we're gonna see then immediately actionable exercises for authenticity. Um, like this, you're gonna be motivated. You're gonna have a bit of the background of why you wear a mask. Uh, so then it's not gonna get in the way of the work on your authenticity. Then a part of about motivation, working out a bit your motivation by going about some reasons, giving you reasons to hold the thing up to continue to do the work. It's like, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, because I'm doing this. Like, but I don't know why I'm doing this. And then it reminds you like, oh yeah, actually I want that. Oh, because I want that, I still continue to do it. This is the reason of working on the whys. So then you keep doing the immediate actionable exercises for authenticity. You keep working on it. You keep progressing. You keep moving forward. And the more you move forward, the more you're motivated because the more results you see as well. And your patient is enough as well to see the outcome actually unfolding and be in your life, Then we're going to work on some beliefs to still keep you rooted into on the long run and midterm long run into staying true to yourself, authentic. And in the end, we're going to work out a couple affirmation systems around the notion of radical authenticity so that you could be able to brainwash a bit yourself into being authentic. It's condition yourself if you prefer, reset your mindset if you prefer then. But yeah, it's brainwashing to some extent because sometimes like we have some patterns, automatic patterns that needs just to be like just shut off. So there is like we repeat affirmations to be in the habit of saying stuff, being a certain way. It's like it just forging a path, like an inclination for you to be able to move and be able to go in the right direction. And there are gonna be several affirmation systems, so you're gonna be able to pick which one is best for you, which one you prefer. So here we go. I want to stay behind the bar of 1 hour. The videos are gonna be all beyond the bar of 3 minutes, so snapshots. It's quick. It's low investment. You can do one every day, or one in the morning, one in the at noon, and one in the afternoon. Or you can just go through the entire playlist on a Sunday. You have plenty different ways of going about it. You do the one thing in the morning, like two things in the morning, then you take a break, you do something else, then one at noon, blah, and then you're gonna see it's not so long. So this is it. I love you for taking care of yourself and much love on top of that. And yeah, have fun and much luck and much pleasing discoveries, sorry, in this work that you're going about right now. Love, 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 love.